Stíofán Séamus, and I am a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. Sorry, it's been just a few of those days. Okay, well, as we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It's up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having love life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Maybe you are in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you are debating a career move and need to know if now is time to make that move. Through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out those answers. So message me today to get in line for your reading. In Light and Love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Okay, I don't know what happened to the music. Okay. It decided to go boop, and that was it. Well, hello there. Welcome, everyone. I am trying to get to something here, and I guess I'll just have to settle for this one. It's not the one that I want. May the powers of the One, the source of all creation, all-pervasive, omnipotent, eternal. May the goddess, the lady of the moon, and the god, the horned hunter of the sun. May the powers of the spirits of the stones, rulers of the elemental realms. May the powers of the stars above and the earth below bless this place and this time. And I, who am with you. Blessed be to each and every one of you out there this evening, tonight, this morning, depending upon where you're at in the world. You good old US of A, it is Memorial Day, and I hope you've had a good one. Hope you've had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. It is 10:50 p.m. here in good old West Kentucky. And so we're going to kind of get into this just a moment here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to forego that tonight. So, with it being Memorial Day, we got a couple of things that I would like to cover in our collective moment here while we're waiting on people to come in and get readings done or what have you. Our past, the people that have moved on, that's ascended, if you will, from this life into the next, that fought for our country and, quite frankly, many other countries, sometimes they don't get the respect and the honor and the gratitude, quite frankly, that they deserve. And so I would like to just want to take a moment today and say thank you. And it's not as much of a thank you to the person that was in the armed forces, even though it is. But that thank you, the time for that thank you has come and gone. And we can be grateful for them, no doubt. But families gave up a lot. Even after the wars ended or after they got out of the military, there was still sacrifices that families had to give for one reason or another. And I think it's really important in Memorial Day that we thank the veterans that have passed on, but not only that, but also thank the veterans' families. The veterans that have passed on, thank their families, not thank their families. And because they had to sacrifice something as well. And whether it was during wartime or it was during peacetime or whatever have you, like I said, even after some of the people that was in the military got out of the military, some families still have to continue to sacrifice things. Maybe some peace of mind that everything is okay. And coming to terms with mom or dad is just not the person that they used to be. So this is something that just kind of crossed my mind today. I was blessed. I was blessed to have a grandfather that was in the Army, that served in World War II and in Korea. And I was blessed to have a grandfather that didn't really suffer from much of the trauma of war as what a lot of men and women have, especially over the past decade or two. This is all really changed over the years, and it's caused more pain and heartache in certain families than there needed to be. So I thank you, families. I thank you. Not only the ones that have passed on, but the families that have had to deal with the aftermath of such. So, anyways, that's going to be the end of that. Jakari Thomas. Absolutely, Jakari, you can. Raven, hello. Welcome back. And you may. And hello there, Sunset. Okay, so here's one thing that you need to know about me, Jakari. I don't do fortune telling. Okay, I am a spiritual advisor, and what I do is I do tarot readings to help people. Okay, so if you're wanting to ask about the career itself, if there's anything that you need to know about the career, we can do that. Yay, that's just awesome. Then I can do that, but fortune telling, I don't do that. Go back to sleep, Joe. Okay, that I can do. Let's see. Raven, I will ask what you need to know about that relationship, okay? First, we're going to get to Jakari, though. Yes, please. Sorry, y'all. My music computer web browser just quits on me. There we go. Music. Maybe. Oh, it's going to do this, ain't it? Mm-hmm. All right, Jakari. Sorry, it's taking me a moment because I'm having to reset some stuff over here and make sure that I got everything going the way that it needs to go. Jakari, I need four numbers between 1 and 78, please. 4 numbers between 1 and 78. Okay, that looks like 3 numbers. I see 6, 3, and 11. I can't pull 3 twice. And we're asking, what does Jakari need to know about their career? Preeti, I can't answer that question. Jakari, I need one more number. Oh, 3, 2. Okay, I got you. Never mind. I see it. 6, 3, 2, and 11. Okay. I tell you what I can do, Preeti, is I can ask what you need to know about the relationship between you and Jaget. But I can't. You're asking questions that's implying fortune telling, and I don't do futuristic readings. Okay, Jakari. Let's see. 6, 3, 2, and 11. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jakari. So the first card in this reading, this is a 4-card general spread. It is good for career and general readings. The first card in the reading is the situation. So in that position, we have the Arcana number 4, which is the Emperor. The Emperor in a business career reading suggests that there could be a figurehead around, more than likely that it's male, who makes an individual feel powerless. One needs to learn how to stand one's ground. It could be that one needs more discipline. Also, something that actually comes to mind with this one is, or that really kind of jumped out with me on this one, is that this is kind of like somebody that is kind of like a kind of like a father figure, but not really a father's figure. Somebody that you really look up to, that is in this field already. Somebody that did boxing before, that you're really fond of, and that's kind of what the feeling of. They are kind of like helping you through this. So I guess you could say that that's the discipline aspect of what's going on at this time. That there's Jakari, are you currently in training to be a boxer? Okay. Yeah, because what I'm seeing is you're not quite in the career itself, but you're in training. That's what I was kind of wondering. So is there now your trainer? Is this somebody that is just a random person, or is this somebody that? Because I have a feeling this is somebody that they're kind of your idol in the boxing world, or you really think a lot of them. Okay. And is he kind of a is he kind of yes, I know who this is. uh is your trainer, is he kind of a hard ass, to put it lightly, for lack of a better term? Yeah, I kind of figured that, just from this, from that card. I mean, like I said, it's talking about a figurehead, um, who makes one feel powerless. I don't know that he's necessarily making you feel powerless, but it's this. Hey, if you want to do this, you're going to have to do it right. And if you're going to do it right, you're going to do it by the way that I say it, or it ain't going to happen. The next card in the reading is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in the business career reading talks about, as a person, an offer from someone who is well on their way to building their empire. Um, this card in this position is the challenge card, the challenge to the situation. As a situation, it talks about progressing well in the career, and also talks about a good time to invest or take a new job. So what I'm seeing here is that there may be, I got a kind of a strong sense of urgency that uh, you've possibly been offered to train, uh, elsewhere, or something like that. Something, it's almost like it was an offer that's too good to be true. And yes, Raven, you will be after Jakari. Another thing here too, that I'm kind of picking up on, is that this thought or idea that you're going to get rich from boxing, and that can be a a bit of a challenge to the career, because if the thought is, on any career, to become rich, then I would say that would be, um, not within your best interest, to really dwell or focus on that. The next card in the reading is the card that deals with I'm searching my brain here. Advice. And the advice card is the Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Queen of Swords in a business career reading suggests a person that's they have a powerful mind. They use their intellect for good. They are intelligent, organized, able to assess situations quickly. They favor planning over risk taking. They can use their intellect as a weapon, but they lack spontaneity. So I don't really see this as much as a person as it is trying to, well, I guess it could be a person. So realize that in this, okay, there's going to have to be times where you're going to have to say, okay, hang on, wait, let me take a step back, let me reanalyze stuff and make sure that I'm on the path that I need to be on. I always talking about you've heard me talk on here on this particular show about how we need to do what's best for our highest good. And so that is the kind of stuff that you'll need to take breaks to be able to do. Okay? So don't get away from taking breaks and to come back to yourself. Okay? I know in that profession, it can be a lot of, oh yeah, hey, really building up yourself, and can be a prideful moment and all of this. Be sure to not get too far into the pride. Okay? Be sure to use your intellect and get yourself in a process of assessing the situations that are going on. That is going to by far make you a better person, and it could make you a better competitor overall. Okay. The last card, and we'll finish this right up. The last card in your reading is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is in the position of out. The Ten of Wands in a career reading suggests that you are working yourself to death. You are carrying the weight of your job on your back. So basically this is saying to remember to take that break again. Remember to not continue to try and just get out there and do and not take the breaks that you need to take for your own self, for your own safety, for whatever cause. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, then you're not going to be able to get out there and do whatever you want to do, and box or whatever. Personally, I don't condone it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to do it. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you about how you need to be sure that you continually check in with yourself and make sure that pride doesn't get in the way. And really, that's like the biggest part of it right there. Jakari, I thank you for allowing me to do a reading for you and working with me on getting that reading done. Raven. You're asking about possible relationship with an individual. Okay. All right, Raven. So here's what I'm going to do. I got a spread that I use for relationships, and so I need 3 numbers. The first number I need between 1 and 16. The second number I need between 1 and 22. The third number I need between 1 and 40. 1 and 16, 1 and 22, and 1 and 40. And so I'm mixing the cards right now, and we're just intentionalizing the question, what does Raven need to know about what the relationship with this individual. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name, but Spirit knows who it is. All right, thank you, Raven. And one more time. Nope. Okay. Did everyone have a good Memorial Day if you live in the U.S.? Okay, Raven. Raven, the first card that I pull is from the court cards. So this kind of can give us an idea of a person. It can also kind of give us a situation, just kind of depending upon, how the rest of the field reads here and stuff, and my intuition on what's going on. So the card from the court cards is the Queen of Cauldrons, or in this deck, it's the Queen of Cauldrons, also known as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups in a love relationship readings, it talks about a person that can be nurturing and compassionate. They are sensitive and soulful. They can be creative, intuitive, and express themselves through their art. As a situation, it talks about how we might need to improve our relationships through tapping into the positive qualities of the Queen of Cups. Okay, so that's just like real quick right there. So the next card is from the Major Arcana. And so this kind of gives us a little bit of like the stage of where everything's at, or a direction of where things are going. And again, it kind of, depending upon the rest of the cards, depends upon how that gets read as well. So the seven of from the Major Arcana, card 7, the Chariot. Chariot in a love relationship reading, and talks about reconciling opposite forces for a successful relationship. Says to not let painful emotions rule or dominate you, to so that you can learn spiritual lessons. For singles, this talks about not giving up, reconciling opposing forces in one's life. So, like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so like with me, on this one was my struggle with being comfortable with who I am in my sexuality, and going through the changes in thought, and having to really do some soul searching and try to figure that out for myself as to who I am in the divine, and where I see myself going. And so that whole aspect there. Then the last card is from the lower 40. And this kind of helps give some advice. It also is another kind of direction card. So from the lower 40, we have the Six of Shields in this deck, also known as Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles in a love relationship reading suggests that this suggests a comfortable situation. There may be control issues over money, but both parties seem to be happy, so don't rock the boat. For singles, It suggests to heal money issues before entering into a relationship. One may have other responsibilities that need to be paid for. Okay, so let me pull this all together then. The Queen of Cups. So I don't know this person might smoke or twin flame. Right. So that's I'm not picking up a strong connection here. I only have one relationshipy kind of card, and the only way that I say that it's a relationship card is because it is the suit for relationships, and that's the Queen of Cups. I think this is more of a you need to follow through with the friendship and let it evolve and kind of see where the path goes. Because I'm kind of feeling like you have this issue here with the Chariot, like what you're saying, with not knowing if they are your soulmate or if this is a karmic relationship or a twin flame. And so I feel like that there's some hesitation to move forward with any kind of relationship with them, because you don't know that. Am I right there? Like you want to have some kind of a relationship there, but you don't know what kind of relationship you're going to have with them, so you're kind of hesitant to have that relationship. Okay. So I still feel like there's some hesitation. There's still some hesitation there, and it would be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see why. Actually, that might exactly be it right there, is you don't know how they feel about you. What is your financial status? Because we haven't talked about this yet, really. And you're single. Okay, Raven said I'm studying. I don't know why it's taking so long to come up on the stream here. So you're studying. Okay. Right. Yeah, I think I remember we talked about that here a while back. Um if you're studying, I'm not going to tell you to not go after the relationship. I'm not going to tell you to not pursue the relationship, because I don't think that you're not really supposed to. I mean, keeping it where it's at on the friendship level is great right now. What I feel. Um, but with the Six of Shields coming up here, and you're I mean, you're practically single. Um, it talks about healing money issues before entering a relationship. So I'm not saying like you have money issues, but you are studying. You are in some kind of schooling. So I would suggest to not like really force yourself into a relationship right now. And, like what I was saying earlier, is do the whole friend thing. And then, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then move on. But you need to do you. And I'm wanting to think that was something that we talked about the other night as well. Is really being sure to focus in on yourself and get yourself in a position that you need to be, right? So don't completely give up on the relationship. Do the friend thing for a while, but at the same time, focus on your own situation. And then if the friend relationship turns out to become a more romantic relationship, then by all means proceed, but don't force the romantic relationship. So that's what I got for you. Okay, let's see. Raven. Joe. Oh, yeah. Joe's... No telling what Joe's thinking right now. Preeti. Preeti, if you are still on and available, you are next. For those of you that are watching that haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Guide of the Light. And if you're on Facebook watching, please go over to YouTube and watch me from there. I guarantee you the lag time on it is like a lot better. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH 1, the number 1. I don't know. Don't ask me. It was a Twitter thing. Whatever. So while we're sitting here and waiting, we're going to get right into some product advertisements. Sure. At the beginning of the show, I usually do an Archangel collective reading, and I do that with the Archangel Oracle cards, a 45 card deck and guidebook set. Archangel Oracle cards, very nice cards. They really are. They're very beautiful cards with angels in them and everything. Got the name of the card on there, and then just below that, it's got got a little description of the card on the card, and then there's a more detailed description in the guidebook. There's a link to that in the description on Facebook and YouTube. You can click on the link and it'll take you to Amazon and you can purchase those cards. The white or gray deck, this deck that you see me use whenever I do the 4-card spread to do like general readings and career readings. Sure, let's put some music on. Is my first tarot deck. Oh yeah, by the way, the Archangel cards is good for beginners. Great for beginners. Awesome. This was my first tarot card deck. It is the Celtic Dragon Tarot, and this is by DJ Conway and Lisa Hunt. DJ Conway, the author, Lisa Hunt, the artist, and just awesome, good little book here. It's got just a short paragraph here as a story for the card, and then just a 2, 3, 4 sentence divisionary meaning for each card. Really good, quick glance over just to get started in the tarot. Great book. Also, a link to that in the description. The next deck, the deck relationships. Now things are going to be changing soon. I'm going to be getting another deck soon, hopefully. And so this deck is going to move from being the Lover's deck to the everything else deck, or I don't know, some kind of conglomeration of the 3. Anyways, this is my favorite deck so far. This is the Celtic Tarot. The book is called The Branches of the Celtic Tarot. This is by Christopher Hughes. This guy, he is a druid. He is chief of the Angsley Druid Order. Mount Séamus scholar and a member of the Order of Beards, Ovets, and Druids. He is a teacher, writer, and guest speaker at pagan conferences, camps, and festivals throughout the United Kingdom, Europe, and United States. Hughes has also contributed to Welsh and English television and radio. You can visit him online at AinsleyDruidOrder.co.uk. Very good deck, very well illustrated deck. The book is very well made. It's glossy paper. It's really nice, y'all. It's just really nice. And he does reverse meanings. I'm not a reverse meaning type of person. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with them. It's just that I think if there's going to be like a reversed meaning for something, that Spirit is going to show me that, and then I will gladly go with that, or understanding, or however you want to put it. Anyways, great deck, my favorite deck by far. You get a description to go to Amazon. Then, once in a while, we will do a ritual of sorts on here, and a lot of the times it's going to be taken from one sect or religion, and that is going to be either paganism or Wicca, and I kind of use them interchangeably, the names interchangeably. I know that's not exactly correct, but but the services, if you want to call them that, the traditions that we'll be doing, comes out of this book, and it's a great book, especially if somebody that just wants to learn about Wicca, or somebody that may be interested in getting into it as a solitary practitioner. The name is Wicca, a Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. This is by Scott Cunningham. He's got several books, y'all. Several books, okay? It's a great read. He has his Book of Shadows in here, and that's got some really cool information in it. It's got some really cool belief thoughts, if you will, in there. Some things that I actually kind of take up as a reflection in my own belief, which is not strictly Wicca, which is not strictly Christian. You notice I got a rock over here that's got a cross on it. Well, that's because I do uphold a large part of the Christian faith, but not centered on it, okay? Again, for that, there is a link in the description for that on Amazon. If you would like to buy, get, order any of those. So, if you just joined us, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that would be majorly awesome. We do thank you for joining us and coming in here and joining us. Yes, of course, we thank you for joining us, and then also coming in here and joining us. Okay, Stíofán. Jesus. So, anyways, hopefully the new camera will be in. I know I've been talking about this thing for like a month, right? Y'all, I'm getting tired of talking about this thing. I'll be so happy whenever it gets in here. Even if it doesn't make it that much better, it'll be that much better just to have it here. Oh, boy. so wonderful. It's just so wonderful. Do 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 do. Okay, so the soundtrack that you hear playing right now, this is by a fellow YouTuber. His name is I can't remember what his name is. It's Stream Beats, though. If you go on YouTube and you search Stream Beats, it should be like one of the first things that comes up. Like, no kidding. And it is all copyright-free music. So you can stream it and play it and listen to it and whatever in your streams. Good lo-fi music, just to kind of chill out and listen to, and hey, background. Also, if you would like to book a private reading with me, private reading over the phone or in person, if you live near or around me, I will do it in person. If you don't live near me, then I'll do it over the phone. Even if you live near me, I'll do it over the phone. But so anyways, you can book a private reading. Now, those are a little bit more pricey, but I'll tell you what I have going on right now. I have for a 20-minute reading, I have for a 20-minute reading $20, for a 40-minute reading $30, and for a 60-minute reading $40. Now, I'll tell you what, y'all. That's actually a pretty good price. It's not as good as a price as what's on the show, but you're paying for privacy. I'm not recording those. Those are private readings. They're private readings for a reason. So the only information that gets taken down is you had a reading with me. Okay, I need $20. Great, you sent me $20, and that's all that really gets written, that gets recorded down. I might take some notes just to kind of feel things out myself, just because that's what I do, especially if I'm doing a real in-depth reading with a client. But yeah, so that's 20 minutes, $20 for 20 minutes, $30 for 40, $40 for 60 minutes. Now, let me tell you, that is a deal. Okay? That is a deal. My 20-minute readings usually go for $30. My 40-minute readings usually go for $40. 60-minute readings usually go for $60. So this is a deal, okay? And right? So we're coming up on midnight here. So I guess since I haven't had anybody else step in and say that they want a reading, unless you are somebody that is watching and you haven't said that you wanted a reading yet, you better be stepping up and saying that you want a reading. We are going to move into here just very soon. Final thoughts from the Guide of the Light. Hey, that's me. But yes, about 12 o'clock we'll move into final thoughts and wrap the show up, unless we get some more people in here requesting readings. So I'm gonna turn the music up for just a moment and let that play for just a couple of minutes here, and then we'll come back. Well, you know, what you say, yeah, it's that time. So we haven't had anybody else come in, so we're going to move right into final thoughts with Guide of the Light. I'm going to go right back into Memorial Day stuff here. And so I wasn't trying to lessen the importance of our fallen veterans. So I don't want you to really think that. So my final thought is thank you to the fallen veterans. Okay, because Memorial Day, that's what Memorial Day is about, is our fallen veterans. And so we hope and pray that everyone had a blessed and honored Memorial Day, and hope and pray that their day continues to be blessed from this day forward. So, in light and love, this is Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Thank you. We do thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for the next live show. If you would like to help to make the viewing and reading experience more enjoyable, you can support me by sending donations to paypal.me/Guide of the Light. Every dollar that I receive will be spent in making the show better, so every dollar counts. I thank you and send light and love your way. Cards used in the show are the Celtic Tarot by Christopher Hughes and Celtic Dragon Tarot by DJ Conway. Your intuitive reader is Stíofán Séamus, and the producer is Stephen James. Thanks to the ones that have given, are going to give, and have nothing to give other than a review and a share. My heart and light goes out to each and every one of you. May the divine bless you all. And if you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Guide of the Light. You can also find me on Twitter, at Guide of the LIGH number 1. Yes, the number 1. Don't ask me, it was a Twitter thing. I don't know. All right.